Okay, today we're going to talk about rock lights and halo lights on the 2021 Yamaha Wolverine XTR 850 X2 XTR. Okay, so I came up with a good way to mount the rock lights, and I'm going to show you that now. I'm using just regular rock lights. These are the most popular ones that everyone's buying off of Amazon. I'll give you the link in the description. They come with this rubber mount that goes over it, but that's more for going on to a roll cage. It's rounded, so I'm not going to use this. We're just going to use the rock light itself. The hardware that comes with it, it comes with M6 bolts that are 25 millimeters long. I changed it and I put stainless steel M6 cap screws that are only 20 millimeter long because I just didn't like them sticking out so far when we were done. Other than that, I'm using the nylon lock nuts that come with the set, and I also added M6 stainless steel washers, and you'll see why when I do the install. Things you're going to need to do this: you're going to use 3/8 inch thick by 3/4 flat bar. You can buy this at Lowe's, Home Depot, or if you want to buy aluminum for projects, I buy a lot from Aircraft Spruce out of Georgia. You can find them online at aircraftspruce.com, and they usually have pretty good buys and low shipping on their aluminum. The other thing you're going to need is 1/8 inch thick plate. Now, you can buy it if they have bar stock that's 1/8 inch thick. That is, let me see how wide this is. This is just about 3/4 wide. So if they had 3/4 bar stock, that's 1/8 inch thick, you can buy that. That'll work, no problem. I just happened to cut it out of a scrap piece I had laying around. So, all right. So once you have your aluminum, okay, what else are we going to need? I painted the aluminum once I made the brackets with Rust-Oleum truck bed coating. You can use regular paint. You don't even have to paint them. I just wanted them to match in a little better. You're going to need some blue Loctite. Again, you don't have to. I just want to make sure that in the front you're not going to need them. In the rear we're not using the nylon lock nuts, so you'll need a little bit of this. You're going to need a 5 millimeter hex socket, and you're going to need a 10 millimeter regular socket. Okay. You're also going to need a 6 millimeter tap. Now, you don't have to buy a fancy tap set. You can buy one tap with the holder, or you can even use a wrench. We're going into aluminum, so there's not a lot of force here. Aluminum is really easy to tap the threads into. And you can use motor oil. I have some tapping cutting fluid, but again, you don't need this. You're going to be going to an aluminum. You can use some motor oil. That'll be fine. So that's what you need to do the rock lights. And then we'll get into the installation of the halo lights. All you need for the install of the halo lights is some clear, good quality silicone caulking. I usually use Pro Seal, or I use JB Weld brand, and some painter's tape. And we'll get into that after. So the first thing I did was I found a spot in the front by the shock tower that was a good place to mount the rock lights. So what I did was I cut my pieces of aluminum from that bar stock. They're 3 inches long, and what you'll notice is that the holes are offset just a hair, and the reason is so that this wire it has to notch out to get that in. And then where I mounted them to have them straight, I just pivoted the light just a little bit. So as you can see, the notch helps get the wire out of the way and makes it fit properly. That's all that is that flat piece of aluminum, and I filed the notch into it. You can use a grinding wheel, a file, whatever you got, to make that notch. And again, they're 3 inches long, about 3/4 of an inch wide, 1/8 inch thick. I drilled the hole in these to the diameter of the M6 bolts. I don't have it right in front of me now. I think it was either 1/4 inch or the size right below 1/4 inch. So that's what the front bracket looks like, and I made 2 of them. So those are done. Now for the rear, I used the 3/8 inch thick, and what I did with these is, instead of making a giant notch in these, because I couldn't fit extra width of material, these here, all I did was I made them, let me see if I can show you. I just drilled the holes so that they fit. It's not perfectly straight, but everything fits, and it fits in where I want it perfectly and lines up in the UTV perfectly. Now I did round the edges on these just so that they fit the edge of that, and again I painted them black. Now these I threaded. Now for those of you that are going to want to do the threading, like I said, you can buy a whole cheap tap set at Harbor Freight, maybe like $10 or less. The correct drill size for doing a 6mm thread, if you actually have the correct drills, it's called a number 9. The nearest fractional drill size would be 13/64. And you drill that hole, and then you've got your tap. You put a little oil onto the tap, and you start to thread it into the hole. And as soon as it starts to bind, you back off like a quarter to a half a turn to clear the threads, and then continue on, and you go again until it starts to bind, and then you back off like a quarter to a half a turn, clear the threads, and continue until you go all the way through. Once it's through, it'll be smooth, and you just back it out and you're done. So again, I made 2 of those, rounded off the edges. So now I'm going to stop. I'm going to move over to the front shock tower, and we'll install the rock lights, and I'll show you how I put them in. Alright, so I've got the front fender off so you can get a good look at this. Here's the mounting hole we're going to use. So what I did was, I have the rock light right here, and I put the bracket over the top, held it up there, stuck my screw through the hole, through there, got my washer, got my nut, get those in, then get the rear one in. Okay, put my Allen key in the bottom one. Okay, so I turn it until it just starts to get a little snug. It'll still move. Okay, now this one I really tighten up first. This is the one that I tighten the most. Now, where we've got these, the edge of the rock light is sitting against like this little shelf which has it aligned perfectly. And once we tighten this, the aluminum is going to slightly bend because of the height difference between here and where we have that piece sandwiched. But what's going to happen is when we really tighten down on this one, it's going to make such a solid mount that you're not going to be able to move the rock light. Okay? Now that can't be moved. And your rock light's facing down, it's mounted, and it's ready to go. Now, this one will stick up a little further than this one only because you have the middle plate in between it. If you use those 25mm bolts, yeah, they'll stick up a lot higher. I just didn't want that. So that's how the front one mounts. Alright, so since we're up at the front, I'm going to go over the halo lights with you, and we will talk about how I did those, because I did the install on these and then took it apart to paint the brackets. I want to make sure everything worked before I showed it to you. Alright, so we're going to take the camera off for a second. Okay, alright. To install your halo rings, all you do is take the ring, lay it face down, put a bead of clear silicone. Don't put on too much. Put enough to evenly coat the back, and maybe raised a tiny amount because you don't want it to smear, you don't want it to go. So then you're going to walk over to the Wolverine, and what you're going to do is you're going to hold the ring with your fingers in the middle of it like that, so that you don't touch the silicone that's on the ring. And you're gonna stay like that. Get a better look. There you go. You're gonna stay like that, and then with your other hand you're gonna feed the wire. And I'll show you. You're just gonna take the wire, and there's a space around this light, so you're just gonna tuck the wire in. I tucked mine in at, say, the 10 or 11 o'clock position over here, so the wire popped out over here. Alright, and then once the wire popped out over there, I could reach right in behind here, grab the wire, and bring it over. Okay, and then once the wires pop through, because you really only want the plug popped through to be able to get this in, you're going to put the ring light, and you're going to hold it on the edges with your fingers, and do not touch the silicone. And you're going to want to put it right on to the light so that it is exactly centered. You know, try not to move it around too much. You'll start smudging that silicone. And then you're going to take the painter's tape, and you're going to run a piece from like here to here, and you're going to, you know, rub your finger over that so that the painter's tape holds it down. You're going to do it on four sides. You're going to do painter's tape. And then it says that silicone dries in about an hour. I'd give it 2. Then gently peel the tape off. Once the tape is gently peeled off, it'll take 24 hours for it to fully cure, but it's pretty good after 2 hours. So the reason that I'm showing you this along with the rock lights is because I tied my rock lights and halo lights into the same circuit. And we're going to go over all the wiring that I've done in this Wolverine, probably 1 or 2 videos from now. And I'll go over how I wired everything, because what I did was I pretty much mounted everything first and then ran the wires to the general areas and then did the wiring. Now, one other thing I'll mention about the rock light on the passenger side is if you have the factory winch, which comes on the X2 XTR 850, they have a tie wrap holder stuck into that round hole under there. So what I did was I took the tie wrap holder off, I repositioned these wires and used a tie wrap on them. You can see there's the relay box for the factory winch. And then what I did was I put this really thick, heavy-duty loom over those 2 areas. And when I get the rock light mounted, then I tie wrap this stuff up just a hair so that it's not laying on that nut coming through on the rock light. So I had to do that little change to it in order to get it done. So now we're gonna shut off the camera, and I'm gonna move everything to a rear wheel, and we're gonna set up a rear wheel, and I'll show you the mounting location I used for that. Okay, here we are at the rear now. I have the bed up. This is the rear driver's side. I have the bed up so you can see better. It's gonna be a little difficult for me to get my arms in here while we do this, but let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get you a little closer picture. Alright, we'll tilt this up a little. Alright, so we're going to use this crossbar right here. And I didn't want to drill any holes. I didn't want to, you know, ruin anything. So by making these flat pieces, they slide into that bar and they'll accomplish what we want to do. So let me show you how this works. What we're going to do is, first we're going to take the rock light wires and we're going to stick them in the first hole, and we're going to take them out of the second hole right here. Okay, and we're going to get that up in there, and we've got now the rock light sitting where it's going to go. Now these don't matter whether you put them sideways or long ways, because there's 3 LEDs in a triangle, so it really doesn't matter. Then, after I did that, I put this, which has the hole closest to the edge. That's the one that's going to go over by the wire there. Okay, I'm going to put that in. Then you take your M620, and I'm going to put the first one through on this outer edge, only because it's easier to find the hole. We're going to get that one. Where are we? There we are. Definitely harder to do with this camera tripod in my way. There we go. Alright, so it would appear I got the first one in. Let's see. Yeah, the first one's in. Okay. So now we want to make sure that that metal bracket that I made is to the right of the wire and not in the way. And then we can try and get this one in, which normally I would have my head under there so I could see where it is. I think I got it. Let's see. Yep, got it. Alright, so once you've got them both on there, you can start to tighten them. I don't tighten them all the way till I get everything positioned. Now, I didn't put the Loctite on them for this demonstration only because since I can't get my head in there to see, the odds I'd be dripping Loctite on myself, and no matter how little I put trying to find the hole, I figure I would put the Loctite on after I do this video. So there's your rock light. I haven't tightened it, but there's your rock light completely installed, and just like on the front, once you tighten it, the difference between the thickness of the metal and this edge, you will not be able to move this. They're in there good. Then you can run your wire down to where the factory harness is, because I will run my wire along the factory harness, and you should have enough. Let me show you where it ends up. You should have enough to end this right here at this corner where this factory wire is, and that's where I'll probably put my connection possibly inside under this plastic, or it'll be right here and we'll heat shrink it. But that's how you get your rock light in the rear nice and easily, and if you run the wire right along here, your dump bed goes up and down, no problem, nothing interferes. And again, nice sturdy thing. So that is how I did my rock light installation and my halo light installation. Again, there'll be a video coming soon that's going to teach you all about wiring. We're going to do the fuse panel, we're going to do switches, we're going to do relays. I'm going to show you how they work, what they mean, you know, how to wire them up different ways, so that, you know, a lot of people are intimidated by that, and you don't need to be. They're really simple to do. So I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks.